Hello and welcome to another Dominion League match, or rather back to a previous league match, as I'm going to be playing the last three games of my match against 70-70-90, which I played a week or two ago. And they won their first player games. I won my first player game, and hopefully we can at least maintain that trend, if not improve upon it. So we've got Alms here. We can open with a couple fours. Obviously, we'd prefer to have a 5-2, but no such luck. Trashing is treasurer. Just treasurer? No estate trashing? No ruins trashing? Draw is poet, activated city, and maybe like blacksmith. Well, not maybe. I mean, it is draw. Plus actions from village green, city. Okay, and piazza, I guess, is technically both draw and actions potentially. Rapid expansion can also be those things once that's come online. All right, so we definitely want to get a treasurer to trash coppers. I do wonder about the marauder thing. It actually does look unpleasant to deal with here. I don't think we want to get it early, though, because we want to get to treasure, but I could see getting it at some point. In the meantime, what's the best way for us to go about being 5? Getting at least one poet makes a lot of sense. It could be like poet town crier, it could be double poet. I think I'm just going to go ahead and alms for a poet, and then think about it more. They do go for the early marauder. Interesting. Thing about double poet is the poet doesn't draw poet. So that part is not going to help us hit 5. I think I might prefer the town crier for that reason. What are we going to want to spend our terminal space on? I guess it is mostly just like there's not that much, right? So I think town crier looks good relative to silver to have control over this stuff and have the option to play it as a cantrip. Yeah, let's go town crier. Well, okay, there's a treasure. Double marauder. Wow. That's wild. Okay, so we got 3 estates here. We surely want to trigger a shuffle. Do we want to rotate? Probably not if we're not planning to get a blacksmith, and I don't know that we are. I think would be nice to have a spices to have plus. Well, no, never mind. There's no way to do like plus buy that. Oh no, the candlestick maker would be how we could get like alms plus a thing in theory. Forgot to talk about plus buy. But I'm thinking maybe we do counter with our own marauder now. We've got 5. Should we take a spices to get some plus buy? Could be useful. Could be useful. We could also get a second treasurer, but we could also get a village. As I was gonna say, but we already have 2 terminals in the deck. I think 1 spices. Okay. Wondering, do we want village green or do we want city? Maybe we would rather have city. I mean, sorry, village green and not have to spend any coffers for the moment. Oh, what the hell is this? I guess we're taking the key. We could take a city now. I mean, the ruins are going to empty. Also take Piazza. I'm going to take the city. Again, I'm probably not taking blacksmith, so... Alright, now that the ruins are at 5, I'm thinking I just keep clicking on city for a little bit. We could actually make... I'm wondering if we want to next turn this village green. We have seen our Marauder this shuffle. We have not seen our Treasurer. We don't... So we're not likely to need the plus actions next turn. Potentially trigger to shuffle with the Poet. I think I'm just going to draw now. Aha! Good choice. And now we can actually like use this ruin market to our advantage. What do we want to alms for? Poet? Probably. Oh, we can also get double city. Maybe the cities are going to run first. Rapid expansion is 1 tick away. Do we play the Survivors? We haven't seen our Marauder yet. That would be like... I think we do. Ooh, okay. We could leave the... We could go ahead and activate, like, take the last city, leave this city on top. Right, not play the town crier for... On the other hand... we wanted to play the ruin market. I guess the treasure... Or sorry, the town crier... We want to play treasure and ruin market and town crier. We need to play the city. If we want to hit 5 and alms. Maybe that's fine. Okay. We want to take a blacksmith now. I think probably... I mean, Poet's still going to be pretty good draw. So that's like the other option. Alternatively, we take double blacksmith and we don't take the city, but I think it's to my benefit to take that city. Yeah, actually, I think we just take Poet. We've got all these ruins to draw through. Ah. Yeah, they didn't even see a city, so... I think probably we don't super want the spoils in the deck. Do we want to buy Piazza? It does play ruins. That has value. I'm gonna say yes. Sadly, that abandoned mine is not getting rapidly expanded. But that's coming online now. Oh. Alright. I think... Is there any way that it matters whether we... probably not. In theory, we can use survivors to set up Poet. Okay. That's fine. That worked pretty well. Definitely want to draw that. All right. We've only got three buys. I guess that's not too bad. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coins. We're not going to be almsing. 2 piles are low. There's not an obvious third pile, so I don't think it's urgent that we take a province, but it might not be a bad idea. But yeah, how do we feel about picking up some blacksmiths? A province double blacksmith wouldn't be bad. Like, even if they're just +2 cards to start with, it's still pretty useful. Did I miscount my money is a question that must be asked. Yeah, I did. Okay, fine. We could take a supplies, and then it top decks the horse immediately. That's pretty good. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. The horse becomes the next turn thing. I forgot. Right. Rapid expansion confuses me sometimes. Not like it's not like I don't understand how it works. I just look stuff. Okay, so let's do the Piazza first. Damn. Oops. Oh, the cities are given. I didn't even realize they activated. They double activated the. So we might just be able to win here. I guess we should really be doing this in case we find the survivors. I guess we take that. We actually drew deck. My word. At least we did if we want to. Is this already a win? Yes. Oh, that was our treasurer even. Clicky clicky. Okay. Yeah, so I feel pretty good about not just like opening Marauder there. And focusing on getting more deck control. And we did win the city split. We did take more ruins in the end, but it didn't super actually matter because of rapid expansion. We only barely took more. All right. This. So we've got Mountain Shrine, Souk, T-Mog, Cage, and Amulet for trashing. We got some trashing. There's for draw. There's just Mountain Shrine activated, and then it's not. It's like terminal. There's rapid expansion again. Which is, I was gonna say, is the only source of plus actions, it looks like. I guess continue is a source of plus actions. Continue amulet makes some sense, yeah. I've got this 5-2. I could still continue an amulet and trash an estate. But what's not clear to me is what I want to... Like, next turn, I mean. But what's not clear to me is what I want to combine that with. Ironworks Mill is definitely a thing. And it has some synergy with Souk. because the mills in particular have synergy with suit because you can discard cards and then like you play your suit for much monies. We could also continue a T-Mog and then T-Mog an estate, and then could T-Mog the estate into an amulet, which could then trash another estate. That sounds pretty good. We would... Yeah, I think I like that. Dang. Didn't find the other estate. No, that's fine. We have the T-Mog. Right. Okay. No, this is good. Although, I don't actually know what we want to T-Mog the estate into, particularly. Like, getting more amulets doesn't seem that good. I mean, I guess we can always go into amulet and then T-Mog the amulet later or something. And then the other question is, do we want to continue again this turn? Probably to gain an ironworks, which we would then use to gain a mill. Is what I'm thinking. And then potentially we could T-Mog something into Sook, and then trash 2 cards. And then that Sook is worth more because we have trashed the 2 cards with the T-Mog. I think I like that. Ironworks Mill gives us more stuff to potentially hit for that. No, we didn't. Which maybe means we shouldn't call the T-Mog and should just trash. Because next turn, if we T-Mog the Ironworks and we trash 2 coppers, and then we play the mill, and then so that like trash 2 coppers, loses a hand size of 3, play the mill, discard 2, hand size of 1, play the Sook. We get full value from the Sook. That seems pretty good. And then we could potentially continue another Ironworks to get it back. So yeah, I think we just do that. And even consider about whether Rapid Expansion was ever going to get activated. I suppose we'd want Mountain Shrine if we wanted to activate it. All right, now do we want to gain a silver or take a coin? I don't think it makes sense to trash because then we can't discard 2, like with the Sook thing. Although what we could do... What we could do is buy continue again, and then that would also get stuff out of hand. So like, rather than... Rather than playing the mill for money... I think Can you just give you the action? So I think I'm gonna go coin. Well, the question is, we could like continue to gain an ironworks, gain a mill, like sort of thing. We'd be able to pay it off, or we could just buy some stuff. We could go double mill. We could go ironworks mill. I think I like ironworks mill. Well, the other thing we could do is continue another T-Mog. So that we have that on the mat and can do stuff with that. To like do more suit trashing or whatever. Man, this stuff is there's too much. Like, is it worth 4 debt to get a T-Mog onto the mat? It probably is. So I think I like Ironworks, continue T-Mog. Okay, so now we can just do like Souk to Souk. And Trash 2. Unfortunately, we cannot afford to like play Amulet Trash Copper and then play Souk. And also, unfortunately, we didn't draw into our mill or our other T-Mog, both of which would have been better. The question is, do we continue? Again. Like another T-Mog or something? Actually, if we're going to continue, I guess we get the action back, so we might as well play the Amulet and trash that copper. All right, so now what? We can trash this copper with the Amulet, and we can just like play T-Mog, play mill, discard 2, and or it's like, well, T-Mog a T-Mog into a Souk, I guess. Or we might as well, if we're gonna do that, we might as well Amulet for coin and trash the copper with the Souk. Dang, they got to the Souk. Okay, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? We're completely clean. Um, we could continue a guide, and then we'd get to play this souk and get the money back if we want to get a guide onto the mat. I guess that's not bad. Oh, there's also actions in the trash. So getting a mountain shrine, and the mountain shrine will draw cards. The problem is playing it. Like, I'd really like rapid expansion to be online, but playing mountain shrine to make that happen is a problem. So that's probably not the play. So we pay 5 extra money, and then we draw this souk, and we gain 7 money. So I think, like, if we wanted to get a guide anyway, we might as well continue. I just don't know if, like, that's accomplishing anything of note. I mean, it is good to have the guide for the purposes of the TMOG stuff. Maybe we could start turning stuff into treasuries, I guess, like ironworks for ironworks, and turn stuff into treasuries, and then like hit provinces off of that sort of thing. Here, I'm not sure. I don't really want to trash my other TMOG. Like, we could call the guide and then trash the ironworks instead. Plan to continue another guide. There's also the amulet. The amulet isn't probably doing a whole lot at this point. I don't know the best way to deal with it, though. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't call the guide. Maybe we should just, like, this turn we should just ironworks for ironworks and continue another guide so that we have well, we could TMOG the amulet into another TMOG or something, but my thinking is, like, we want to have at least one ironworks in our deck to gain the cards that we then want to TMOG. I find it hard to believe that Vineyard is going to be as good as Province here. I mean, you do have plus buy, so maybe that's the logic. We could also trash our other souk. Like, we have to buy continue in order to be able to play both souks. And that is, like, not gonna be worth it for long. But the amulet is just worse. Do we take Ironworks? Or do we take T-Mog? I think Ironworks. Discard Ironworks. Sook. Take another guide. And I think we do just province now. I mean, we could also take a potion. We could take like treasury potion. Continue gains action cards, so you can't like continue for potion or something to try to get the other Sook into play, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for this, and then next turn I think we start provincing, but now we have the potion that we can then use to gain some vineyards as well. We do have a second Ironworks, so we can do T-Mod Ironworks to Treasury if we want. Treasury isn't critical, but it does mean that we don't have to activate a mill or have to get full value from a Sook in order to hit province, so that is like something. Should turn off this because I definitely don't necessarily want to always top deck it. Okay. Do we want to discard the Ironworks, or do we want to just not bother? We have enough for Province Vineyard without discarding. Or do we? We play these two, and then we play the Sook, and we have two cards left in hand, so we have only 7. We could decline to play the T-Mog. That seems a little unfortunate. I think we declined to play the Ironworks. And now we can buy Foresight. No, not if we're going to buy Vineyard. We can't. Never mind. I think as things currently stand, they're going to have more trouble like finding their Sooks, and like their vineyards are going to be worth a little bit more, but they're going to have more trouble like getting to province because they have a lot more stop cards with all these Ironworks that they're gaining. Do we want to call the T-Mog? Probably not. We want to call the guide. As it currently stands, like we have no mills in hand. If we were to draw into Ironworks, we would be pretty sad. So maybe we do call guide. All right, I do maybe want to gain one more Ironworks. But do we want it in the shuffle? Maybe we don't want it in the shuffle. We didn't draw back to the ocean. That's not ideal. If we wanted a vineyard more than we wanted a province, I guess we could continue a guide, but I don't know that we do. I think we just take, maybe we should take, we take, no, I think we should take Ironworks. I mean, the advantage to taking more T-Mogs is that we could potentially, like, mill more provinces, but we're a little ways away from that being relevant. It's a very similar hand to last turn. Should we call guide on it? We have no souks in hand, but we do have treasury and a mill. Like, we could definitely draw, like, into 2 Ironworks or something. That would be bad. It's not that likely. Maybe still a good idea to call the guide, though. Just make sure. I don't know, it's gonna be annoying if we then, like, can't get back to the potion, though. Maybe it's fine. Like, we can get a vineyard at the very least. So maybe we don't call it. Make sure we can get our T-Mog onto the mat. We only have the one T-Mog down, so I don't think we can win on piles right now. Ooh, okay. Good enough. Now we have 2 T-Mogs down, and we have a Souk in hand. So we could do, like, Ironworks to Ironworks, Ironworks to Ironworks, Ironworks gain Ironworks, Ironworks gain T-Mog, buy T-Mog, and buy one other thing. So we're definitely threatening piles right now. We could also do the T-Mog stuff and then call guide, and potentially, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's an option. They didn't call their T-Mogs, which is a good sign. They're not going to have some crazy pile out. Or, well, I guess instead of T-Mog the Ironworks, we could T-Mog the mill. We probably don't need the 1 point from it, and then we can triple Ironworks. That's more straightforward. I mean, we'll see what they do. Mill to Ironworks. Ironworks to Ironworks, Ironworks to Ironworks. Ironworks for T-Mog, Ironworks for T-Mog. That's actually more than we... It might not matter. We'll see what they do, but... The thing is, like... I'm gonna get 7 coins. Right, so now we're tied in points. So if we trash the mill, we're down a point. What if we just T-Mog... So, mill to Ironworks. And then we have 3 Ironworks that we can use to Ironworks for 3 of these 4 cards. And then... The problem is the actions. If we need to Ironworks for something that isn't an action... I mean, can we just buy Duchy? Ironworks, mill to Ironworks, mill to Ironworks. We have 3 Ironworks, there's 3 things left. Yeah, okay. Or Ironworks to Ironworks, whatever. Okay. Player 2 has won a game in this match. The excitement is real. That was quite the game. And right off the bat, this is looking like quite the game too, because it has Cathedral. I mean, I can't imagine we're not opening Cathedral. But what are we doing? So, Lackeys is draw, Barge is draw, Captain as Lackeys is draw, Stowaway is draw. But the plus action situation is just Captain, and it gets... Well, and then the villagers from Lackeys. The game might end fast enough that doesn't really matter. And the Captain for plus actions thing is kind of awkward, right? It's like Alley, which isn't ideal, or Scrap. So that's going to be tricky for sure. What if they have a 2-5? I think we're just opening Lackeys here. Plus buy is Ducat, Storeroom, or potentially Scrap. It's Scrap for plus buy with Cathedral. Oh, Barge. Okay. Okay, never mind. We don't necessarily need to play with Ducat then. And we'd have no estate. Oh, they didn't Cathedral at all. So we can get a Barge. That seems pretty good. If they're not going to play with Cathedral, I want to get a Trickster. But we could wait on that a turn and see what they do. I find it hard to believe that they're not going to play with Cathedral. They might just have delayed it because of their opening split. Although, you know, it wouldn't have been much worse than what I had anyway. Like, obviously I get to trash a card turn too, so mine, you know, that's better. But like, I only took a Lackeys on 4, so yeah, okay. Okay, so Trickster, yeah, never mind. So we play this Barge for next turn, and we draw everything. Except that if we buy a card here, then we don't necessarily draw all 4. Oh, no, we do, because we have the Lackeys. So that... in a way, that suggests that we should just draw now, because, like... what are we gonna buy this turn? A ducat? A lackeys? Like, those don't seem like amazing options. Huh. Okay. Well, we could just get another barge and plan to next turn a barge. I'd like to get a captain, but can't afford that. Yeah, I'm gonna take another barge. Damn it. I want to trash these estates. I mean, we're definitely ahead on the trashing game. I shouldn't complain, but this has been... Oh! Yeesh. Do we just take a silver? I guess so? We still can't trash a state. Maybe I should have played that one barge for next turn just so I could get the captain. Oh, they don't even go for captain. They just go for gold. Interesting. Now we draw the estate, of course. I think this is Lackey's silver. We're never going to trash the estate. Oh, no, wait. We have the barge in play. We might. We might. Oh, boy. All right. We could take crop rotation. We could also just go ahead and take captain. I do think I want some captains here. And now we've got the estate on top. We know we can trash it. Captain is flexible. Like the scrap thing, like it could, we can actually take advantage of that, but we can also play alley if that makes more sense. So I like at least having two captains. We probably will want to get crop rotation, but right now I'm fine to trash my estates. All right, so how do we want to do this? We could scrap a lackeys for like card silver, I think. Another captain. And maybe one more lackeys for some more villagers. We might want to start taking stowaways for draw. But for now, I think I'll take the lackeys. Maybe I should have taken the stowaway. We already had the captain in play. I don't know. All right. Just do scrap lackeys for card silver again. I'll also do alley, and then this captain can play scrap. Oh, that's not enough for province stowaway. Damn it. Hmm. We go gold stowaway. And then we should be able to start provincing. Oh, I'll take that. Make it easier to do stuff this turn. Okay, so the last card is our lackeys. Do we want to scrap it? Or do we want to just discard it? I don't know what we're playing this captain as. Maybe we were supposed to play this captain as scrap and this captain as alley. Maybe that doesn't matter. If we don't add or remove any payload, we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coins. I would like to get crop rotation when we start provincing. I think that'll be good. But we're not going to hit 14 here. Unless if we scrap silver for like action coin silver and then draw it. Then we have no, we still only have 13. Yeah. So then we do I think I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do discard the copper and trash the lackeys for like so 8, 9, 10, 11 for silver buy. And then go Stowaway Lackey's Gold. Okay, we're obviously trashing the copper. We have 12 coins. We want to hit 14. You want to find our other captain. What about playing Storeroom? Or Lackeys? Maybe Lackeys makes more sense. Okay. So that last card is another silver. So we want to get, ideally we want to get like Province Stowaway crop rotation. That is a lot though. I don't think we can afford that. We have to wait on the crop rotation. 8, 14. Captain is Ali. What we could do is play one Stowaway here and go Province crop rotation. I think we should be in a better position than our opponent. Like, our opponent only has one captain. So, like, that's kind of awkward. We are going to have to trash either, like, our lackeys or our silver here, which is unfortunate. But we don't have to buy crop rotation this turn. So, it's also kind of okay. We can just go, like, Province Stowaway or something. Maybe there was like a faster money deck to be built here. It is already turn 11. I feel like the ceiling on what we're able to accomplish is not that high. Are they going to get another captain? Oh. So can't pop. Can it make sense to hang on to this lackeys? Don't know. $14. I think it Does not. So we want card. We're going to play this captain as Ally. Card. Buy silver. We're going to run out of villagers at this rate. I don't know what to do about that. It's the need for the additional buys that's the problem. Like maybe it would have been good to have a ducat in the deck. I guess we could buy one this turn. Oh wait, we're not losing a villager. I forgot. Okay. So this is fine. Province. Stowaway. Now what? Ended up with more money. I miscounted my money. Didn't actually need this silver. We didn't need to draw into it. Well, we could just take another stowaway, of course. We have the risk there that we like don't draw, but we can do like captain as storeroom to help with that. We could also take an alley. Or a duchy. The advantage of duchy is it's a good scrap target and it also can be crop rotated. I think I like the duchy. Trickster would also be an interesting option, but terminal space is an issue. So our opponent decided that they wanted to just take all the lackeys. There's like, I mean, not an unreasonable play, but it is annoying. So what are we, if we scrap the duchy, what are we not taking? Action? I guess. I guess we can go ahead and scrap the duchy. Well, I say that. Do we need the points? Badly enough. Our opponent isn't really threatening to double. They had their captain in play, and they still weren't really threatening it. And they did use a coffer, so they didn't like bank any. So I guess there's the question of whether they like underdrew. Should just be 2 more silvers. Right? Although I only had 5 silvers. What is the other card down there? Oh, it's another province. Okay. So I have 5 silvers, and they have 1 and 3 golds. So that is all of their money. I guess, like, the captain can generate money, so maybe I should play around double province. In which case, if we play this captain as ally, and take a card here, then we definitely get to see the other silver. Oh, we're gonna trash one from Cathedral, though. So this is how much money we're gonna have. 14. Maybe I should have just double profinced last turn. But, yeah, I probably should have. I got too tunnel visioned on the stowaway stuff. I mean, we are threatening to double by trashing a stowaway, right? So, like, do this, we go down to 12 points, and then we buy double duchy, stowaway. It's not great, is it? But if we trash 2 silvers, then we're not really threatening to double anymore. Maybe we need to do storeroom instead. Or scrap a stowaway. Well, now we have the province on top. That's actually good. So we scrap a stowaway for, let's see, 14, like I said. We could just go coin by silver, and then go triple duchy. You have to like play this stowaway, which is annoying. But I might be playing this too scared, I won't deny. But I think my opponent's deck, even they have more actions, but they have less stuff. I think they're gonna like have a harder time Sustaining. We might be able to get a really nice storeroom off here with all this green now. Yeah, so down there we have silver, a barge, a duchy, and another silver? Do we still have 5 silvers somehow? Oh, I guess we do. Yeah, okay. So we discard 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we might want to hang on to the stowaway and just go ahead and scrap it or trash it or something. Discard the duchy for coins. Guess we just trash the stowaway, whatever. 16, 17 coins. So if we double province, how does that look? Or what if we play barge and then we captain again? We can't get to 24 that way. We should have, if we were going to do that, we should have not discarded into the, well, maybe it's fine. We draw 3 cards. And then can we get to double, if we can get to double province duchy, that's winning, right? So 10, 16, 17, and then we draw 3 and we go 18, 19, 20. So we're 1 short of being able to do that. Okay. We discarded 5 green cards into the shuffle. Not necessarily a disaster to trigger that shuffle, like with Captain as ally. 17, yeah. We're 1 coin short of being able to... Now, if we do go double province, we're at 36. Yeah, that doesn't look great. I think... So we need to take that duchy. That seems clear. Do we assume that our opponent is not capable of double province? They don't have a barge in play. They have a captain in play. They don't have another captain, though. So they can't, like, really build a big hand size and then do a storeroom thing. And we know they only have what did they trash last turn? They did buy a copper. They trashed a copper. Yeah. They did spend a coffer. This is definitely tricky. What about no? So with 17 coins, what if we go like province? Like, I don't know, double barge. I guess double barge doesn't really make sense because we're not going to have the actions to play Eternal Captain and, well, we could. The first captain is alley, or the first captain is storeroom, and then the second captain as alley, and then 2 barges. We would have the actions to play that, but not 3 barges. So we go, what if we could take an alley? I'm just, we don't touch the provinces. Definitely taking a duchy. Oh, we could take a gold, too. If our opponent double provinces, do we just lose anyway? That's another thing to consider. I think the answer might be yes. So maybe we just take the province. And I think an alley... It could just be a silver. I think we are going to lose. I think they're going to be able to, like... Because they have all these villagers. They're going to be able to, like, barge into storeroom. Well, but they do have the captain already in play. Maybe not. At this point, if we get 1 province, we basically win. So I think we take the alley. All right, let's see. Oh, this is good. That's not a line that looks like... I mean, well, I just don't think they have the money in their deck. Well, they did gain the silver, but they'd have to draw their entire deck, basically. I mean, to get... yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so we could, if we're trying to go for double province, we could trash a duchy. How close are we to it right now? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if we draw into any... So why don't we do this captain as storeroom? and discard the 4 duchies. All right, now we have another gold. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we do this, and we trash a duchy. Play the barge. We play 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's already okay. Oh, that game was stressful. Well, came back on it, down after the first half of the match, but swept these 3 games. Pretty happy with that, obviously. I do feel like I preferred my approaches in a couple of the games. I'm not sure about all 3. I forget. I guess so the first one was the one with Marauder, where I delayed the Marauder. I think I prefer that line. Of course, in this game and that game, I was first player, so obviously that makes a difference. But I think building to a little bit more reliability here helped me out. And then I suppose technically, I just realized I should have scrapped that stowaway instead of discarding it with storeroom. Not that it matters, but if it had mattered, then that would have been better. Anyway, yeah, and then in the middle game with continue, I think it was mostly about the early game stuff where I think I was doing a little bit more with the continue, and maybe they didn't have the opportunity, right? I don't remember what they had turn 1, but I know they continued Amulet and then trashed Estate, right? And I continued T-Mog into turning an Estate into an Amulet and then trashing an Estate with that Amulet, which is, in terms of estate removal, is the same, because they trash 1 turn 1 and then turn 2, and I trash 2 turn 2, but I get the T-Mog into the deck. And also I didn't have an estate in my turn 1 hand, so I couldn't have done what they did anyway. But is what I did actually better, or what I did have been better from a standpoint of them having potentially 2. I think if they had 2 estates the next turn, I do think it's better, but they might have had 2 estates on their starting hand at turn 1, and then obviously it wouldn't be. So and then from that point, I think, yeah, I mean, I took provinces when they didn't, and the vineyards were pretty close to worth as much, but the thing is you have to find exactly the potion, whereas I had to find one of the 2 souks, so that was a little bit better, a little bit easier to set up. So I don't know, that one I feel less oh, I definitely outplayed them. I guess I don't, I preferred some of the decisions I made, but it was definitely what am I trying to say? The game could have definitely broken the other way, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but yeah, definitely pleased with the result, and in a pretty good spot for this season. Lemon Spawn was leading the division at 57%. I was at 52%. So the 2 of us are going to be pretty neck and neck at this point. Although he did beat me, that's my 1 loss so far, I think. So he's got the advantage there. I mean, I've never really been super focused on promoting to A, because I know I'm not really an A caliber player anyway. But it would still be fun. And at the very least, being in the running is always nice. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be around the same time next week. Until then.